Roy Taylor loves the outdoors, but since being diagnosed with motor neuron disease and increasingly confined to a wheelchair, he's found out how inaccessible parts of the countryside are to disabled people. Today he began the Trans-Pennine Trail in Southport to highlight the issue. As Stuart Pollock reports.
With more than 200 miles ahead, the Trans-Pennine Trail is a tough challenge for any walker. But how hard is it for those in wheelchairs? Roy Taylor's about to find out over the next week.
In September last year, I was diagnosed with motor neuron disease. Suddenly, you go from an able-bodied person that loves the outdoors to, someone sat in a wheelchair. And what you discover straight away is all the routes and places that were accessible to you yesterday aren't today. We don't know what we're going to find because we've probably wrecked a third of it.
Just a few miles into the trail is this footpath. Now, it might seem quite narrow, but Roy says his four-wheel drive wheelchair can get through here. The problem is getting to it.
No, not going through that. I just can't physically get onto it. And it's the access points, the entry points onto the footpaths which prevent access into the countryside today.
The Trans-Pennine Trail Central Office says it wants to remove access barriers like this, but has no power to force local authorities to do so.
All we are campaigning for is for the man-made obstructions to be made user-friendly for the disabled people, whether it means self-closing gates or gates that need a radar key.
In the meantime, Roy hopes that his efforts will improve this trail and others for those that follow in his tracks. Stuart Pollitt, BBC North West Tonight, Southport.